welcome back to Riley's Rundowns. This is part 4 of the Industrial Revolution in APUS history. So the Industrial Revolution was also called the Gilded Age, and at this time there was a lot of discontent. So there was a rise and decline in Western farmers. So there were a lot of grievances within the farmers. So the railways had a lot of unfair prices, and their warehouse facilities kind of interact with everyone. There was an increase in the interest rates by banks, and there was a decrease in price of farmed goods because of deflation, overproduction, and the world market value. There was an increase in agricultural production, so we have mechanized tractors, reapers, etc., which allowed for less animal use and faster crop cultivation. Farmers would get more interest loans to buy new technology, which created problems. They had to buy a lot of expensive technology, such as harvesters, barbed wires, and fertilizer trusts. There was, however, an increase in productivity, which led to an increase in profit, which led to an increase in farmers, which led to an increase in supply, which led to a decrease in food price, which led to a decrease in profit. So the farmers could not pay back their loans that they would have to get to buy their technology. We also have the ratification of the Specie Payment Resumption Act, which increased deflation, which decreased food prices, which decreased profit, and the farmers could not, once again, pay back their loans. So in all, the farmers really just wanted inflation. So because the farmers were upset, we have a bunch of revolts. So we have the Grange, which was created in the 1860s, and they wanted to bring farmers together to share techniques and create a community. They hoped to elect state legislators that were favorable to their programs, and the Granger laws were state laws that attempted to regulate railroads mainly. We also have the Farmers Alliance, which was created in the 1870s, and it formed from the Grange, and like the Grange, it pushed for cooperative building and selling, buying and selling, and they established more stores with discounted prices. They really only dealt with landowners and did not use sharecroppers and stuff like that, which was not a good idea on their part. The North and the West allowed for African Americans, but the South did not. So in the North, we have the National Farmers Alliance, or the Northern Alliance, and then in the South, we have the National Farmers Alliance and Industrial Union, or the Southern Alliance, and we also have the Colored Farmers National Alliance and Cooperative Union. So going back to the Grange, they provided social and economic opportunities for farmers, and they wanted to end the railroad monopoly, wanted to get government ownership of businesses. They were mainly statewide in 1878, and there were 14 members of the Grange in Congress. So we have the Populist Party, which absorbed some of their ideas from farmers, and it was mostly made up of former Farmer Alliance people. They had the Omaha Platform, which they met in 1892 to create. This included a lot of things. I'm just going to list them off. Free and unlimited coinage of silver at a ratio of 16:1, graduated income tax to redistribute wealth, government ownership of telephone and telegraphs and railroads, immigration restrictions, initiative referendum and recalls, postal saving banks, limiting government land grants to settlers rather than railroads, one-term limit for presidents, and direct election of senators. So in the election of 1892, we have James Weaver, who was the People Party's candidate, or the Populist Party candidate. The Populists actually did gain a lot of support in the West, but not so much in the South. The Populists attempted to appeal to the African Americans, which actually angered the Democrats. Some cases and laws include the Sherman Silver Purchase Act in 1890, where the United States government would purchase more silver, and silver bought at market value, and it was limited. We also have the McKinley Tariff of 1890. McKinley was a Republican, and Republicans wanted to increase tariff rates, and the tariffs would actually hurt the farmers. We also have the Panic of 1893, which strengthened the support of the Populists, who attempted to unite the labor class with the farming class. William Jennings Bryan was the Democratic nominee in the 1896 election, but he was also the populist candidate too. He challenged the Republican McKinley, The election of 1896 was the first modern campaign where people would travel around the country to get votes, and this showed the importance of campaign money. Bryan advocated for a decrease in tariffs, but he ended up losing the election, and this marked the beginning of the fourth party system because this election of 1896 was a change in the election parties and how they would work.